Hello, good morning everyone. Welcome to Grammar Newsroom Special Report. Today, we're taking you to the small coastal village of Sungai located in Bintan, Kepulauan Riau, a place where tradition and taste blend beautifully. Here, one of the most famous local foods, or otak-otak, has become not only a culinary treasure, but also a symbol of community pride. Otak-otak is a type of grilled fish cake made from fresh fish, coconut milk, and various spices. It is wrapped in coconut leaf and grilled slowly over charcoal until the aroma fills the air. This delicious snack is known across Indonesia and is loved by both locals and tourists. The name otak-otak comes from its soft, brain-like texture, but don't worry, it doesn't contain any real brain. Instead, it contains heart and hard work. For generations, the people of Sungai have made otak-otak every morning. The recipes have been passed down from parents to children, ensuring the tradition stays alive. To learn more about this beloved delicacy, let's go straight to our reporters who are already on the scene. First, we'll join Reporter 1 who will show us how otak-otak is made. Reporter 1, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Delia. Every day starts early in Sungai Enam. Before sunrise, local fishermen bring in their fresh catch from the sea, usually tenggiri or mackerel. The women of the village clean, cut, and grind the fish carefully. Then they mix it with coconut milk, garlic, onion, sugar, salt, and a touch of spice. The mixture is stirred by hand until it becomes soft and smooth. Some families even add secret ingredients that have been used for decades. Once the paste is ready, it is wrapped in fresh coconut leaves, each piece folded tightly to keep the moisture inside. After that, the wrapped fish paste is grilled up over the burning charcoal. The smoky aroma spreads through the air, inviting everyone to come closer. The process may look simple, but every step requires patience, skill, and love. The villagers believe when food made with care, it always tastes better. Now, let's hear more about taste and tradition from Reporter 2.
Thank you, Atia. When you take a bite of otak-otak, you can immediately the taste of the freshness of the fish and the fragrance of coconut leaf. It's soft, flavorful, and a little bit smoky, a perfect balance of sea and land. The food is often enjoyed as a snack or side dish. It can be found in almost every corner of Bintan, from small food stalls to big restaurants. During local events or festivals, otak-otak is served to guests as a symbol of hospitality. It represents warmth, togetherness, and community. The villagers take pride in their tradition. For them, making otak-otak isn't just about selling food. It's about continuing a legacy. Indeed, the process and flavor are more than just ingredients. They are memories that have been carefully preserved through generations. Back to Reporter 3 to tell us about economic and cultural impact.
otak-otak from Sungai Enam has become one of the main source of income for the local people. Every day, dozens of small stalls and food industries produce hundreds of pieces to sell across the region. And the business mostly run by women, while the men focus on fishing and supplying the ingredients. The local economy is supported by these small-scale industries. Tourists are visit Bintan are often visited to taste the otak-otak directly from the grill. Besides being a food product, otak-otak is also used as a cultural ambassador. In exhibition and tourism events, it is displayed proudly as a Riau Island's culinary identity. This simple food has truly brought big meaning for a small village. Next, Reporter 4 will share how the people of Sungai Enam face challenges and create innovation.
Thank you, Nurul. Not everything is easy for the people of Sungai Enam. As demand grows, challenges also appear. Fresh fish has become more expensive, and coconut leaf are harder to find. Despite these challenges, the community has continued to innovate. Some producers have created some variations like spicy otak-otak, cuttlefish otak-otak, and even otak-otak with fish bones. Modern machines are used now to grind the fish faster, but traditional flavor is still maintained carefully. With creativity and cooperation, the tradition is protected, while new opportunities are open for the future. And now, to conclude our report, let's return to Reporter 5 for reflection and closing.
As the sun sets over Sungai Enam, the smoke from the charcoal fires slowly fades. The sounds of louder conversation fills the air. Every piece of otak-otak is sold carries not just flavor, but also the spirit, the people who made it. This food connects generations, from the elders who began the tradition to the young ones who keep it alive today. In every wrap, girl mark, and every bite, there's a story of patience, unity, and pride. Otak-otak Sungai Enam is more than food. It's an identity, a legacy, and a source of joy everyone who tastes it. So, the next time you visit in Bintan, don't forget to stop by Sungai Enam. Taste the otak-otak that is made with love, served with pride, and share it with the world. Back to you, host. Thank you to all our reporters for such inspiring stories. That's all for today's Grammar Newsroom Special Report, the story of Otak-Otak Sungai Enam. Thank you for watching, and remember, great food tells a great story. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. Thank you everyone for staying with us. Before we close, let's take a short review of the grammar we use in this presentation. Of course, active and passive voice. We know that in active voice, the subject performs the action. It is often used to make sentences more clear, direct, and dynamic. Meanwhile, in passive voice, the subject receives the action. It is commonly used in news reports, scientific writing, and formal context because it focuses more on the action or the result than on who does it.
Let's look at some examples taken from our news report about otak-otak Sungai Enam. Active voice example. First, the woman of the village cleaned, cut, and grind the fish carefully. The focus is on the doer, the women. Second, the villagers believe that when food is made with care, it always tastes better. The focus is on what the villagers believe and do. Now we move on to passive voice example. 1. The food is often enjoyed as a snack or side dish. The focus is on the action being enjoyed, not who enjoys it. 2. Otak-otak is made every morning by the villagers. The attention on the object, otak-otak, rather than the people. As we can see, both forms were used throughout our news report to make the story sound natural and informative. Active voice help us show the people's action, how they prepare, grill, and sell their food. Passive voice help us describe the process and results, how the food is made, served, and appreciated. By combining both voices, we were able to deliver our story clearly while keeping a formal news tone.
Through this project, we learned not only how grammar works, but also how English can be used to promote our local culture and pride. See you in the next video, and remember, good grammar helps us tell great stories. Bye-bye!
Bye-bye!